In the new century, China's biggest disappointment is on the Korean Peninsula. In the early 2000s, as China's economy is surging forward after joining the World Trade Organization, there is a grand strategy of using China's growing market to make South Korea and Japan more neutral. The prospect looks especially promising on the Korean Peninsula because after the 1998 Asian financial crisis, there is an intense anti-American sentiment in South Korea, especially after the Wall Street financiers used the crisis to cannibalize the South Korean economy. There is also a resentment against America in Japan after the bursting of the property bubbles and resulted in the lost decade. However, I do think North Korea has done China a huge disservice, especially by continuing the nuclear programs in the 2000s. If North Korea has renounced the nuclear weapon and engaged in the economic reform as China has insisted, there might be a growing nationalist movement in South Korea which would demand a peaceful reunification of the North and the expulsion of the American military presence. It would be wrong to perceive this as impossible because after the protests in the Philippines in the 1990s, America did withdraw the troops. After Kim Jong-un came to power in 2011 and made the North Korean nuclear program irreversible, the prospect of a peaceful reunification on the Korean Peninsula is gone forever. And South Korea today is one of the most pro-American countries in the world. And Japan's animosity towards China is possibly even greater than the United States. However, I do see the changing prospects on the horizon. North Korea is now more friendly towards Russia, and Russia is getting closer to the United States, and there is an interesting new axis between Russia, America, Israel, and North Korea. If this new bloc begin to emerge in the next decade, there will be a new rebalancing in Asia. And this is why the countries in East Asia have maintained extensive economic ties.